stream's live, I would very, very much appreciate it and love you all
yeah,
forever.
that's what I was doing. I was opening that window and then my blimmin' microphone stand kept falling over and I forgot.
Hannah
Ripley's
Platt,
getting in
what's going on with
the
your
box.
camera? You seem to be on a... You're on like a shaky
Right,
cam.
here's the... it's really annoying because
Ripley's just getting into a box here.
Ripley's doing what she does best and we appreciate her for it.
Absolutely.
Oh, she's got a little
Oh, just
like
opened my email
periscope.
by accident. There we go.
Right, let me get this window open so we can check everything's working. This is professional, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's come up as a notification of mine, so I reckon.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
wonderful. So, Hannah
That
Platt,
sounds
why is your camera doing this?
Oh, I mean, it's very boring, but I will explain. So I've got this laptop tray, and I've had one for
is
years.
it one of them that's like got the soft cushion underneath and the hard top?
No, but I do have one of those here.
Oh, they're brilliant.
This one it's got legs on it, and it's like made out of bamboo. And I've had one for ages. I have my laptop on when I'm on my bed. Great, very useful. Oh, what a treat! I thought I'll buy myself a slightly bigger one so I can cross my legs under it and be comfortable. What a good idea! Except it is now exactly the width of my bed. So any tiny movement, one of the legs goes. And the whole thing falls. So it's slightly on an angle. So my mic stand keeps falling over because it's top heavy anyway. And it's really
Risky
quite
business.
uncomfortable. Risky business.
Risky.
Can we say hello to John T, who's joining us in the chat?
Hi, John T.
Hello, John T.
Hello to Bear
hey.
hello to Bear Strike Gaming, who's joining us in the chat.
Hi.
Hey.
Why do I know the name?
Why do you know
Is
that?
it somebody that you know?
It's always somebody that we know.
Often, not always.
Not always. Not
Oh, I
always.
know it is.
Adam Unwin, there sounded like some sort of building collapse. I take it Mini Jenga isn't going very well.
So what happened was,
For everyone who's watching, by the way, Adam's playing Mini Jenga.
I've done technically for legal reasons. I'm playing my traditional game's Tumbling Tower.
Oh, Tommy Tower.
Right.
Generic wooden
That old
block ball
classic.
game.
So really, it's not Mini Jenga, it's budget Jenga, isn't it?
I mean, this set cost me £2.99.
Yes.
It's economy item Jenga.
Yeah. So
Like cost of living.
I bought it for. There's a solo RPG game you can play where part of the tension and horror is built up in you just doing Jenga and like the tension that is. But these are. This is such a low quality product that it renders it entirely unuseless.
Is that alien one?
Yeah,
That
it's the alien one.
Did you
I
say
won't play that,
did you say unuseless?
I said useless because my brain.
I thought
is
you said
shit.
I was gonna say like double negative. Makes a positive.
But yeah, what
I don't
happened
want to be
was
that guy, but you know,
Proud of you, Mike.
English is important.
Proud of you, Mike.
I've got
happened
your back,
was-
Steph. Got your back. Don't worry
I'll be
about
honest, I'm off the clock, so I let it slide. But I couldn't give a shit. Like,
I have no clock.
okay.
and I must scream.
Yes, Steph. Yes, Steph. He don't know nothing.
I
Shut
came
up,
back.
Dan.
I came back home yesterday from a thing that we're all going to talk about to find that my clock in my bedroom was 2 hours slower than it was when I left.
Oh, that's
But it was-
discombobulated.
But it was still working.
That's 1448 for you.
Yeah, so the
It
back
does feel like
has-
time travel, to be fair.
So I asked Mom to wind it forward today because obviously fine motor skills. She did it, but she put the clock back on the wall, but it's sort of slightly off centre. And it
Oh,
it was-
no.
it was a slightly off centre that really did me head in. So I've had to just get Dad to replace it again.
Did you tell Dad without letting Mom know? Were you like, Dad, look, I've already asked Mom.
Yep.
And I'll be honest, Dad, she fucked it up.
The workmanship
Do you,
was
do
shoddy.
you know what the
Shoddy.
Do you know what the lovely? Do you know what the lovely thing is? I know for definite she's not going to see this. So it's all fair game. Great.
I have
Although
read
actually,
Jenga.
another thing. Sorry, I don't mean to hog the early going of the stream. but
You hog away.
a couple of weeks ago, I was rewatching some old clips of ours. You know, it's what I do. Rebelo. Mom comes past and goes, "Oh shit, you're not live, are you?" And look, properly freaked out, and I have to leave.
Oh,
So that's funny.
that was lovely. We've
Apparently, my internet connection is unstable.
yeah.
Like me.
It seems
It's quite stable to me.
it seems a bit weird this end. Not you, I mean just like everything in general. I'm getting an overall feeling that we're going to have some technical problems tonight. But, you know,
Yeah, the
it
sound
is.
is a bit.
They're very
The sound is
optimistic.
a bit crackly on the screen.
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, the first time ever, my sound and internet is perfect. So
there's some-
It sounds alright on the call, it's
all
just on
the
the
internet
screen.
What's weird is John T just said there's something dodgy going on the stream audio wise. But we've got more viewers than we've ever had.
So you're reluctant to get.
So absolutely. I think they're just here for
Wait,
the
if
chaos.
I mute myself,
Uncomfortable.
is it me?
It's probably you, yeah.
So everyone now needs to talk.
Yeah, I was going to say if we all.
Oh, sorry, I got
Hello?
distracted by Jenga.
There is an overcurrent of fuzz.
Oh, I haven't shaved in a bit. That's why. Haha.
Yeah.
Does that make it better, John T?
Fuzz.
Fuzz.
Yeah, no, it still sounds weird. It sounds really weird.
Fuzz
Shall
and
we
cheese.
Okay,
Just,
it's my end.
wank it off?
Shall we what?
Is that better?
Like it's.
I don't know
I know-
because you have
I know
to
what
wait
this
for the
is.
lag.
That's why I've said, is that better?
It doesn't seem to be anyone's mic though. John T, I shot.
No, that is better. That's better.
Yes.
That's better.
So I think
John T
I
has
think
said
it was a loose wire on my mic.
Oh,
Fine
now,
now.
Oh, everyone did. Oh no.
Steph is.
What is
now,
going on?
but now Steph's gone. I've corrected my mic and Steph's disappeared.
I'm here. Please don't leave me.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Are we all just on a massive seesaw where we have to
I
like?
don't feel well, Mr. Stark.
Oh no!
Steph looks like she's in a Jamiroquai video.
We're going deeper underground.
So
Right.
hang on, is it just every time I take a piece out of the Jenga, we go to shit? Because I'm willing to test that.
Loving the internet.
No, it was all to do with my microphone, I think. Although I don't know why that would affect Steph's internet all of a sudden.
I've taken a piece out, and Steph's frozen.
She has, and she was there going, everything's working fine.
And
my
then
end."
I took a piece out, and then Steph
Yeah.
stopped. I'm just saying it's the Jenga.
See, never
Put the
take.
jet back together.
The thing is,
Never.
this is buying budget Jenga. This is Adam, because it's obvious. It's like going to a little store in New York and buying a Mogwai, isn't it? And expecting that to
Oh
just
no!
not be cursed. And
Never take the Wi-Fi gods for granted.
I'm up
No.
to block number 6.
I all warned you, you know, after I was brought back from the brink, but no one listened.
that's it. There's probably someone in Mikey's kitchen just put the microwave on.
Yeah,
Or,
have
you
you
know,
checked your microwave?
Do you know the big microwave we have in
Yes.
London? The big one that everyone uses on the Friday night? I reckon they just turned that big one on.
Just turned on.
The big Queen's microwave, the Jubilee microwave.
The Jubilee microwave.
Yeah, the one
What
that
do
the
we
Queen
cook in
used to
it?
make a Chicago individual pizzas.
Chicago Town individual pizzas.
Yeah, like everyone fucking. That's the only thing anyone cooks them in. And you're like, oh,
What
it's gonna look
flavour?
great. And you get it, bacon. But it's like those little slip like circles. But like, anyway, pepperoni.
Those Chicago Town individual pizzas, I do in the oven.
The fuck? Oh, posh, you posho.
I've never
Look
put
at-
pizza
look at-
in the
look at Cap's
microwave. I'm
support
gonna
over
say
here.
that now.
Look how
yeah.
smug he is as well about it. Fuck off.
I say I do it in the oven. I go up to
He
my.
does it in the
I
oven.
go, yeah. Or my daughter does it in the oven. They usually say, Dad, we're putting in a Chicago Town pizza in the oven. Do you want one? And I'll go, yeah, all right.
I used to live on my second year university. I lived on them and beer, and I put on 3 stone. It was beautiful. No, Ripley, there's a Jenga tower. Whatever happens, I'm not involved.
Hands up! Hands up!
Can you move the camera down so you can see the Jenga?
Ripley is now
I
at
fear
Jenga.
there's more fun going on at the Jenga tower than your face.
Also, I will stop
You know
playing
what this-
Jenga in a bit.
Remember
it's
when
just-
you
I built
know
it.
what this is like, don't you? You know those fun fair games where you have the electric, like the metal wire, and you have to.
Oh, and
get
it's like,
the thing
zzz.
from one end to this. Is, like,
Uh,
it's gonna. I'm so thrilled. This is so
yeah.
tense.
See, if we had loads of viewers, I could say spam F in the chat if you think Ripley's going to knock over the Jenga tower.
Oh, it's a spectator spot now, apparently, Steph.
Steph, where did you get the sneaky chocolate from?
On my laptop.
Where the snacks are.
I
I
came
like how we
goodness.
didn't assume the fat chick would have snacks.
Oh.
We could have run a poll, John T, but I'm not entirely sure how to run a poll in Streamlabs desktop. Bearing in mind, I did have 4 weeks to do a different transition and completely forgot to do that as well.
I agree with Jonty, though. If you're doing a pizza in the oven, it has to be an actual pizza.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that. Like, if I go to Morrison's and get an actual pizza, there is something quite nice about the actual pizza. In the
I'll
oven.
be honest. Anything with a microwave option, I'm taking it.
Fish fingers
Yeah.
It's not got a microwave option.
No.
does have a microwave option.
No.
Like if you buy something
If-
that says oven microwave, you best be sure I'm putting it in the microwave. I ain't got time for no oveny stuff. I don't care if it improves the flavour. I'm putting it in the microwave. I'm hungry. I haven't bought it for quality. Like, shut up.
Bacon.
I can add something to the microwave chat because if you followed my social media this week, I went to the range on Tuesday, and
Stephanie,
going on?
it's not funny. Michael's went to the range.
No, it wasn't that. It was I can add to the microwave chat.
I went to the range on Tuesday, and me and my dad stumbled across an item that I don't think I'll ever get over. And it was an item labelled microwave bacon crisper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand how it can crisp.
No, I don't.
Where does the crisp come from in a
I
microwave?
think it's
Exactly, I
because
don't-
doesn't it elevate your bacon so it's not sat in
I
like
think that's what it does, yeah.
bacon
But
juice?
how does it?
Juice.
That's
But
it,
surely
Mike.
it would warm it
Yeah.
through. But how does it crisp it? As like,
Like,
Because it dehydrates it.
Yeah.
I suppose.
It's not crispy. It's dehydrated bacon.
Because microwaves work by heating water, like that's their
Yeah.
thing. They
Yeah.
need-
They
So
don't
all it's doing
heat.
is just
They don't.
evaporating.
They don't heat water, Anna Place.
They vibrate the
They
water.
excite it.
Oh, you dirty little water, you love it, you slag. I'm
but
genuinely impressed
You
with how
went
this is going.
instantly sexy excited. Like he could have just offered the water to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, it could have been like,
Hey,
do you
Oh,
wanna
you
go
want
on
to
that
Disneyland,
store
don't
ride
you?
at
Oh, you
Thorpe
little
Park?
slag. See, either way.
Unwin, you dirty pervert. Stop rubbing your thighs.
to be fair, the way his camera's angled, it does sound like it does look like I've stumbled across some niche OnlyFans.
To be fair, the way
It's like,
his camera is, if that Jenga was about 4 inches back, it would look like his penis.
The Jenga is my penis.
Okay.
And this and other sentences from Stories in the Smoker Room.
The Jenga is my penis.
The Jenga is my penis. The Jenga is my penis.
How do you find having Jenga for a penis, Adam? Does it?
Well, it's a slow build, but when it goes quickly.
How do?
I'm fucking proud of that. I'm so fucking proud. I could not tell you. Like the camera's not on my face, but I'm beaming.
Lean. Adam, lean into the camera and show us your smug face.
Oh, this is so close to going.
That's what he says to all of his partners.
It's been a long time since I've Jenga.
Jonty says that this is an effective erection.
Thank you, Jonty.
It's just been so long since I played Jenga and just so beautiful.
I'm quite tired.
Oh, bloody hell, it's 7:41 and this is where we are.
And how do
What if we all scream? What if we all scream incomprehensibly down our microphones and make him spill it? Make him.
He'll be prepared for it now.
Oh, there you are.
Ripley's waiting for her moment. She's
We are-
definitely going to get that.
Adam, we are all just watching Jenga now, aren't we? Because that's what I'm
But
doing.
there are no more loose blocks.
Right, yeah, that's
Well,
called...
this one here that's wonky
called
down
playing
the bottom.
Jenga.
Which
You're
one?
going for the top, you wimp.
That was third row.
There's
That's
that
classic
one.
Jenga strategy.
I don't know if my mouse shows up on the screen. No, it doesn't. But there's that one. About 1, 2, 3, about 6 up from the bottom.
Yeah, it's wonky.
It's sticking out. It's sticking out. Like
but it's one of two.
that
So
one.
it's going to fuck it full. That's the problem.
it's like
What about 2 underneath where the wonky one is? Is that a 3 or is that
there's a 3 here. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, so
But they are
get on
all...
it.
Oh, fuck me. All right. This is fun, isn't it?
you know what?
Do you reckon
Jenga.
this is what?
Jenga
Do you reckon
wasn't
this
on
is
our
what they
list.
do at NATO? I like to think so.
Oh, you know when
No.
there's that's not a goal.
What was that?
I feel a
noise,
bit-
Clap?
I feel a bit vommy. I can't lie.
I'm genuinely surprised all this tension hasn't given Simon the hiccups.
I don't like to speak too early, Steph.
That
He's still
was
gonna get it on top,
impressive,
though.
wasn't
He's
it?
still going to get on top though.
Oh, I think getting the Jenga block on top, it's like having the orange after you've peeled it. You've done the hard bit, now you're getting the reward. You know what I mean?
I don't like oranges, so I cannot relate.
Oh, God.
Yeah, step 2 for me is getting all that
Sorry.
pith off, and it takes too
Oh,
long.
yeah. I hate it when my orange is covered in pith.
That's it. Got to get rid of the pith. Got to take off the pith.
You've got to take the pith.
Got to take the pith.
Okay.
You know what, right? When I taught primary school, this is how immature and why I shouldn't work with children. I taught a child who, and his language was terrible. Every other word, like he got a proper potty mouth. And one of the ways that I stopped him was we invented new swear words. So instead of bastard, he'd call you a Barry, which I think is absolutely brilliant. He'd go, "Oh, you absolute Barry," like, and that just made my day. But we talked a lot. I taught him what the white stuff on an orange was called. So every so often he'd have an orange at dinner, and he'd just look at me and go, "Miss, I'm taking the pith." They were like, "Yes, I have imparted knowledge. None of it is saxworthy, but you know,
It can't be measured by bureaucracy, yeah.
yeah.
So
Government
I've
might
reached,
tell you that's
different,
clever, but we know it is.
We
Yeah.
know.
School of life, kid. School of life.
I've reached the point of no return, I think.
Past the point,
Shit.
no return.
Like,
Dun,
yeah,
dun.
I've got, I think, maybe one more
going
block
back
before this
now.
thing falls.
Jonty's also put hashtag save the arts because, of course, there was the news today that Wolverhampton
Yes.
University are
Yeah.
scrapping loads of their performing arts courses, apparently
Really
for a
bad.
year, but that's like
Yeah.
But basically, because they're making everyone redundant, aren't they?
Ah,
No!
Talking of redundant,
Oh well.
Jenga.
I did drama and performance at Wolverhampton Uni. So that
Yes,
makes me
and
really
look
sad.
where you are now.
No, shut up. Outside of this, I'm actually doing quite well.
Just a message from H. Just been listening while driving and have enjoyed going over bumps like it might cause the end of the Jenga.
Oh,
That's awesome.
That is the most wholesome thing I've ever heard.
I also like to think that maybe just once one of her going over the bumps coincided with us all going, "Ooh," like, just once.
Oh, I hope so.
Meanwhile, somewhere outside of Market Harbour, there's a 25-mile tailback.
Yeah, it is sad about Wolverhampton doing that. A lot of universities, a lot of like ex-polys, like the 92 universities, are having to do it because the last 2 years, a lot of the top ones lowered their boundaries down. What they did was practically to hoover up all the money. Because everyone were like, yeah, if I could get 3 Bs to go to Oxford, sure, like, fucking great, of course I'm going to go to Oxford. So as fewer people were going to university, or they were postponing it back by a couple of years, they just lowered the grade. So like all the top universities were just hoovering up everything and all the money. So a lot of the non-Russell Group or ex-polys are having to make drastic cuts. Almost all of them are going to have to do it.
And I'm very aware that this is me, and I live in a completely unique world to what appears to be everybody else's. But if I had the chance to go to Oxford University, I don't think I'd do it. After going to Oxford once and the thought of having to spend 3 years in Oxford with that bed of twats would just drive
I feel the same. Like the thought of being around those people would just be like, I don't want to be friends with you.
Yeah,
I
know.
The Rugger team.
I'm sure some of them are lovely,
I'm
but
sure
it's just
they
the
are.
thought of it.
I'd have 100% gone to Oxford just to have brought the place down. Brick by brick.
Just to walk around going, it's a
Just
crock
to
of
walk-
shite round here.
Walk around going, all right, you Bab, just to really upset the locals.
So I know someone who did go to Oxford, and he says it's terrible. It was really terrible.
You have to buy into that world straight away.
Yeah,
I
I was in a pub with the Rugger team. The Rugger team were in the pub with me, and I've never wanted to glass a group of people more.
I was about to say it was rugby league, then I remembered it was Oxford, so of course it wasn't.
News in from the chat. Hannah says that one of the bumps did coincide with us going, what?
Yes.
And John T's saying, can you imagine Pove at Oxford? That would be the best.
No.
Yes.
I love that woman.
If Oxford Uni are watching, maybe give us a live show. We can, of course, have a.
Yeah, in the interests of fair debate,
invite me to Oxford Uni.
Do you know what they did?
I dare you.
What's the
They
worst?
did really
What's the
fancy-
worst that could happen?
Well, they do their really fancy debates, don't they? Like really, like proper structured debates at Oxford.
Yeah, they have like the debate. Like,
And they invite like
Well,
they invite celebrities to go.
but of course, we wouldn't want anything to do with structure, would we? So.
No, they invited Graham Chapman, I think, in like the late '80s to debate nuclear disarmament, and he went dressed as a giant carrot.
I love that man.
I mean, they've also had people like Jordan Peterson. So I mean, you know, get fucked.
Get to fuck.
I'd sooner stick with our 6 little viewers on Twitch that have only found
the
us
best
because
people.
either A, they know us, or B, they accidentally clicked on the search list and went
And they wanted to see where the Jenga was.
Sort by lowest viewers to highest. If you haven't,
To be fair, some people have 0. We've got 6. That's pretty good.
if you haven't dug out this show and
as
hunted
far as
it
we're
down,
aware-
I don't want you as a viewer. Go away.
As far as we're aware,
We just lost one.
real people.
Yeah, someone left. Bye, we love you.
Well, let me say hello to the outside world for me.
That was the Dean of Oxford University, that was.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know how to use Twitch.
No, he'd have got like the help to do it or something.
Right, none of that was on the list, believe it or
No.
not.
None of that's ever on the list. Like, let's be honest.
What was on the list was what the 3 people who are on the top of my screen have been doing all weekend.
Violently
Do you know what?
crying.
Do you know
Just
what?
like being very tired.
48 Leicester, folks.
Oh,
Yeah.
If it was gonna be violently crying, you could have said the 4 of us.
Do you know
I did
what?
have a bit of a cry, but it's fine.
Could you explain
I've
what you said
looked forward
earlier
to
about
this
your
bit.
cry?
All day.
I was so tired Saturday morning because I only got 2 hours sleeping for various reasons, some of which are my fault and some of which are the universe's fault. I only got 2 hours sleep and I was so tired that I was trying to get my stuff together to leave for the second day of 4048 and I was trying to get my shoe on and I couldn't do it and I just started to cry because I couldn't get my shoe on because I was like, other people can just pick up their foot and put a shoe on it and I can't do that.
Mikey can't.
I can't either. It's all good. I can't
What?
either. It's all good. I can't either. It's all
Yeah,
good.
so we're on the same team, Mike, and that's okay.
Yeah, but Mikey gets through his mornings without crying, didn't you, Mike?
We don't
Yeah.
know that for a fact.
Mike's a much stronger person than I am.
This is also true.
No.
So yeah,
I
yes.
got-
Go on, Mike. Go on.
I got back yesterday, and Dad was like, "That's it. You got me back now. You've lost your independence for the weekend." I was like, "What independence? I'm entirely reliant on whether Molly's free or not."
Yeah.
Like that is not,
If anything, I've been locked down more.
especially this weekend.
And the lift
She was-
broke, so we had to walk all the way around.
Oh,
to the
God,
ramp and
what-
go all
what
the
a-
way around.
Did anyone know there was an external ramp at Attenborough Arts Centre? Like,
We had a
Yeah.
ramp venture, and it was
Yeah.
exciting.
that's
I mean-
mad.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of had to know because I worked there for a long time.
Yeah, it's understandable that you would know that. But we didn't, and we went on the ramp, and it was
Yeah,
like being at a fun fair. It was incredible.
It was as though Charlotte Beaver had sort of magicked it out of thin
Yeah.
air, like it was
we
never
got to lift
there.
and we were like, oh no. And then suddenly a ramp was there.
What were you all doing at 1448? What was your discipline?
Crying.
Cry- yeah.
Candle weaving. I was directoring.
I
Don't-
did the stage prancing.
Yeah, me
Oh,
and Mike were acting.
You
weren't we?
pranced very well, Mikey.
Thank you.
Yes, it's always nice to see Mikey acting. You always bring something, Mike.
Oh,
I think.
tell you, it was wobbly Friday night. I thought it's all gonna get a pot. But, you know.
JS Rock's in the house, everybody.
Well,
No, right.
nice.
Howdy.
Just going to clarify for Jazz Rock. Molly is a human, and
Oh
we
yeah.
do not have access to free Molly
No.
because she's busy.
Does
So I
JS
can't-
Rock know what Jenga is?
That's a good point,
Yeah,
actually.
Jenga
Yeah,
is
they have Jenga in America.
They have Jenga in America because the sales of it tanked after 9/11.
Oh yeah, the graph.
Oh yeah,
Is that
We've talked
real?
about it
Yeah,
on
it's
stream
my-
before.
we have. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
favorite graph is that after 9/11, the sales of Jenga in America tank.
Oh my god.
Mike, Hannah's saying, you were brill, Mikey. Stop it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So what was the memorable 1448 event?
Kirsty Mealing humped a chair.
Kirsty Mealing gave the performance of her fucking life. I have
Honestly.
never seen anything better. I was crying
Honestly,
so much. I was going to wipe all my makeup off. It was
Yeah.
so funny. It was unbelievable.
I cannot describe the love I have for that woman.
Yeah,
Can you
I can't.
Can you do it
I
through
try and I
dance?
can't. I can't put it in words.
Just like the the control she has
Yes.
over her face to make it do
She's
the
simultaneously
funniest
like
thing
the
it could
funniest,
possibly do.
but then
at
also
that
the most
moment.
devastating sometimes. Like she can make you cry in either direction with just her face. Incredible.
It's a good
I'll
face.
never stop talking about how much I love her. What a performer.
The very first
Love her.
time I met Kirsty Mealing, she was doing a performance, which was a dance piece, where she became Charlie Chaplin,
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, I love that show.
and it was amazing. It was amazing. Like you say, what that woman can do, just like
Yeah.
with
She's
a move of a shoulder or a quick
Hannah-
a quick twizzle.
Hannah's saying that friend of the show, Eddie Torrich, laughed so hard his glasses steamed up. It was incredible.
So Kirsty Mealing was amazing. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a given.
The other good
So
thing
just-
was, have you, Mike? Have you already told Dave about Saturday?
No.
Yeah, me and Mike
have
did a
not.
play together.
We were drawn.
It was so exciting because it was like play 7 in the draw. So it was like we got all the way to the end and the people names are out, and then Mike turned to me and went, "It's happening!" And we were like, "Oh god!" Because we realised we were the names that were left in the hat.
Yeah.
We were like, "Oh god!"
So I'm alright. I'm
Like, it
alright.
was
Play
overwhelming.
7's the 5-hander, isn't it? Was it the 5-hander?
Well, no, because
No.
they changed it around because we didn't have as many axes this time because people like had to drop out and stuff. So there was a lot of like 2-handers and 3-handers. So we were a 3. It was us and
Yeah.
Fran Leone. So we got to do a play together all
Oh.
day.
It was like I wailed like a banshee when
We screamed.
It was revealed.
It was
We
incredible.
screamed. We had a
Yeah.
hug. Like
We had a big yeah, we had a hug, and then like
we had a
people just
hug,
started joining in.
and then I accidentally swallowed some hair. Whose hair? I don't know. Could have been.
It was the best
There's
start
just-
to the day. I'd already had my first
Like-
cry at that point.
Might have been Charlotte's because she was
She does have a
also
lot of hair.
joining in, and she has long hair.
Mm.
And then I basically just got to spend the day being sarcastic.
Yeah.
And,
So no.
obviously, zero acting involved.
It was my second 1448 play where I'd been abducted by aliens. So
How
that's
weird.
becoming my typecast moment.
And the fact that it's all random, you shouldn't be typecast as anything, but yet you're managing
Yeah,
it somehow.
but somehow,
But it's funny, innit?
Oh, H
Yeah.
just said they did film it and it will be available on the 1448 Leicester page very soon. We shall
There you go.
promote
Yeah.
when it comes up. JS Rock, obviously, he's got no idea what we're talking about. It's 1448.
Yeah, I was gonna like. We should probably explain what it is.
Well,
Steph.
actually, you say that, but of course, they have done 1448 in Texas.
They do it in Austin, in Texas. Although I think he's saying he's now in
Not for a
San
while, though, is
Antonio, which I don't know. It seems like San Antonio and Austin to us are about 10 miles away, but they're probably about 1,000.
Let me just Google it.
scale's all wrong.
It says here that they are about between like Loughborough and Leicester, quite close. You can cycle from one to the other.
it's about 12 miles from me to Leicester. Is it about that?
Yes, so JS Rock says about an hour. So basically, if you Google
You
14,
could
what?
do footing.
About an hour
1448
by what though?
plane,
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's 200 miles.
By a
phone,
car. 200 miles in an
Yeah.
hour.
Plane, maybe.
Basically, JS Rock, if you Google 1448 Austin, you'll find out about it. I want to be the first limey to go
Oh,
to 1448 Austin.
I think technically, is it like 1448 projects?
Yes,
Is
yes,
the
1448 projects.
American term?
It started in Seattle, came to the UK, gone over the States. It's in Canada now, isn't it? Canada. And it's a great theatre festival where about 80 people come together and create 14 plays in 48 hours, hence the name. The reason for the title of today's show being 1162 is I've got a friend who can never remember that it's 1448, so she constantly refers to it as different numbers. Including...
Oh, you're doing that 2794?
Yeah, when are you going to do that 1162 again? John T, if you could find one of the 1448 websites and put it in the chat, I would love you forever. I mean, I'm going to love you forever anyway, but just even more so.
Yeah, it's not conditional on
Can I
that.
just say, in the last 5 minutes, Dave Pitt plugged 1448 more than he has his own podcast. This is incredible.
That's
impressive.
me. I told you, anything I do, you have to hunt it down and find it.
Yeah.
It's like the Bigfoot. And if you find it, you can be rewarded by it. If you can't, I'm not interested.
While we're on the subject of the weekend, I actually got something to ask Hannah if she would like to do this with me. But would you like to?
She will. She will. And I'm right
would you
now.
would you like
Oh my
to-
god, I knew this day would come.
Would you like to reenact what happened to us at about
Oh
Well,
yeah.
at about 9:45, maybe?
Oh,
Saturday
yeah.
night. Should we sort of roughly improvise the dialogue? Do you want to set the scene?
Yeah, so to get onto the stage, we had to go through a door from the shop in Edinburgh Arts Centre, and it goes into a kind of vestibule where there's another. So there's two doors between the foyer and the auditorium to stop the sound bleeding through, I imagine. And there's it's a bit of storage in there. And then through the next door is out into the wings stage left. So we had to go in that way so that we could get on and everything because there was props in the way the other side. So we were the last play. So we were like, right, we knew that play 6 had gone in, and we were like, okay, so we're up next, so it'll be fairly soon. And we were standing in the shop like, oh, how are we going to know when? So I was like, I'll have a little look. So I went in, I was like, well, I can sort of see through a bit of glass in the door, see in the wings so we could see. So I was like, come on, Mike, we'll hide in this vestibule. And we just about managed to get in and get the door shut. That was it was exactly the width of Mike's chair, right? Wasn't it? We just fit. And so we were there looking through this little window in the door. We could see like the little design team, like stage management waiting. And we saw them start to move. And like, okay. And the whole time it was pitch black. It was absolutely
you could not
pitch
see
black.
a thing. The only light was my
little
was my
buttons.
wheelchair display. By this point, because it had been on so much throughout the day, I'd lost about 4 bars.
We were like, maybe the battery will go. We were like, so we were in there going, this is for the content, guys. This is 100% for the content. We'll just think about this on the podcast. We're fine. Because we were both like scared and like full of adrenaline because we were like going to do a play and we like hadn't really had any chance to rehearse in the space or anything. And we'd been like moved around to different rooms because of like so we were just like really hyped and we were like, it's going to be fine, isn't it? This is 100% for the content. It's going to be a funny story later, this.
I couldn't help but think I could have done anything in my life.
Yeah. and literally, so we saw the stage manager start to move, and Mike went, "Hey, if this is a pull door, we fucked it." Because we were jammed in, like we were literally like the width of the thing. I was like, "Well, moment of truth, I guess." I went to push the door, and thank God it was a push door because we would have been trapped in there, like full on trapped.
That's
in the
not...
dark, and they'd be waiting for the play to start, and it's pitch black in there, so we couldn't have got anyone's attention, and because it's like soundproof glass. So...
You'd have ended up phoning someone.
I didn't have my phone on me because I didn't have any pockets in my costume. So we were just in there with no way of contacting anyone. Nobody knew we were there, and we were just like, bloody hell. If this is a pull door, we fucked it.
I like the fact that everyone would have been like, why haven't they come on stage yet? And the band would have just carried on playing.
Because the thing is, everybody else was coming on from the other side. It was only us on this side because of the access to get on. So no one else would have come that way to find us. It was just us in this tiny little like box. That was my favourite thing Mike said at the weekend. My second favourite was on the first night. We were in different plays on the Friday. And Mike was sitting by the door of the auditorium waiting to go in through the main door. And I was sitting in the cafe waiting for my play to be on. And just as someone opened the door and he was about to go in, Mike turned back to me and went, I could have been a lawyer. And then just like went off onto the stage.
Like, honestly, like the first night had
it's like it suddenly dawned on you, like, why am I doing this?
Like, that, like, you know, there are some 1448s where no matter the discipline you do, you think, yeah, I've got this.
Yeah.
I've
it
never felt like that.
Like it sits with me well. You know, you sort of know the lay of the land. You sort of, you know, you've done it before. You know what you're doing. I don't know what it was, but this weekend felt like every limb wasn't even mine. And I don't know. Like I had a really like intense classic Hannah Torrance Fair play on the first night. Really mysterious, and it was a two-hander, and probably across the two shows, probably performed about 40% of it.
Yeah, but it was the play before mine, so I couldn't watch it, but I heard it from the wing because I was waiting to come on, and it sounded great, and it looked great through the gap.
It was incredibly bizarre.
Love Hannah so much, but it was a bugger to learn. Like, just wasn't like none of it was just going. I probably did my first clean line one at about 7:30.
It's weird how it happens like that, though, isn't it? Like, I felt like my lines on the first day just kind of went in somehow, and on the second day, I was like, "Oh man, I don't know this play." But then we went on and we did it, and it was pretty much spot on, and it was like, "Oh,
well,
apparently I did know this play."
I sort of feel like I sort of did that one without thinking, like on the second night.
That's always good. That's my favourite point. 48.
That play happened to us rather than like.
Yeah, like it was odd. And another really funny thing was, so on the 8:00 show, the last moment of the play is Fran Leone on stage on her own. She just says the line "Amen," then walks off. However, 8:00 on Saturday, Fran could not find the gap.
Oh shit! Yeah.
In the curtain.
She couldn't get off stage. And we were wearing these like really light grey, full like grey joggers and grey logs. So she was really bright because they put like a blue light up for the scene change. And she was just like fighting the curtain.
It wasn't.
And Hannah and I
couldn't see it. Because we were on the other side and we could see everyone's eyes looking over there. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? It's like...
Jeez.
It was funny.
I had a great weekend. I had none of this shit to worry about. It was wonderful.
I think directing was an odd one because I think I've said this before. The first time I directed for 1448, it got to the first show at 8:00, and I didn't know what the play was going to look like because the day had just been chaos, and it wasn't that like it was a bad script because it wasn't. There was a lot in it. There was a lot of props and stuff. And then I wanted to project some stuff and we couldn't project. So actually Jonty was doing some voiceovers. So it's like I didn't know how the voiceovers were going to play because we hadn't had a chance to check it out. And I remember
was this
thinking...
the one set in the bathroom?
No, this was the political one. With Emily Sly, Stuart Reed, and...
With the two back and forth in time.
Yeah. I
remember it well.
And I thought, I must be doing something wrong because Neil Redding does not work this hard. Like,
He had a nap.
you know what I mean? There's no
On the
way.
Saturday, he had a nap. Like he did all the directing. He was like, right, done, and just went and sat in the cafe and fell asleep for a few hours.
And then the next day, I had a
Yeah.
two-hander, and I had Kerry from Seattle, and I had
Yeah.
Dawn, who's awesome, and I know Dawn really well, and I know Kerry really well. And 11 o'clock in the morning, I went to the keg and I was like, I'm done. It's
I sort of had that
Done.
on the first day. Like it was blocked by 1:30. I was like, sweet. No, by 10:30. I was like, great. So I just go. What do you want to do? Learn your lines. Great. How can I help? And then just did that for a bit. And it's like, okay, this feels. Oh yeah, I
I'm
had
always
two
a bit
quite.
scared to do directing because it feels like a lot of
Yeah.
responsibility to
It's
like
a lot of
for
really
all the
early
different
admin.
Yeah.
like
I don't know-
elements,
yeah.
putting them together. Like,
it's a
Yeah,
lot of
same.
really early admin. It is, yeah.
yeah,
I don't know-
too much.
I don't
yeah.
know if you know this about me, but I really can't make decisions that well. And I think
I want to be
it
directed
seems-
by Mike.
fuck off. It seems like from early doors at 1448 directing is decision making.
Yeah, you got to make like
Uh,
snap decisions. You got to like read that thing and go, right, I want this music and I want this for design and then I want this soundscape or whatever, so that everybody knows what they're doing. And then it's like, yeah, it feels like a lot of early decisions
Like,
that I feel like my
yeah.
brain would be like, I don't know, Radiohead.
Yeah.
What song do you
Yeah.
want? Space Oddity. That works.
Yeah,
for
every time, every
anything.
single play will be Space Odyssey, thanks, beginning and end, but only from the bit where it goes, that bit.
I just get them to play songs I like from my childhood, and that's it. Very
Yeah,
much
to be fair.
universally across the board. I'm like,
And,
yeah, I'll do.
Molly Southern smashed it on Band, by the way.
Oh,
Band
smashed it on
leader.
band.
Yeah.
Smashed
To be
it.
fair,
Smashed it.
to be
I,
fair, like she was good.
I
To be fair,
I need to
let's be
apologise.
biased. She was great.
I need to apologise to Molly Southern because there was a little bit of cross communication. So
What
I
did you
said,
do?
no, I said
Look.
the next 1448 I will do band. Band is the one discipline I haven't done, and it's my weakest, as you will find out. I meant the next 1448 Wolverhampton.
So it's all your
So
fault.
she thought I meant the 1448 Leicester, and I didn't.
Oh.
Because I'm not carting like drum kits and guitars over to Leicester. I'm not doing
It's a
that.
lot of stuff to carry, yeah.
It's band's too much
Lot of
stuff to
stuff.
carry.
That's why I love directing. I turned up with a notepad and some trousers on, and that was all I needed the whole day.
That, honestly,
And
that
then-
is why I'm thinking of doing writing next time, because I'm really over the like late night panic of what costumes to bring with me. Like, here's every piece of clothing I own. Are there enough shoes in here?
So
And then I
you're-
didn't wear
you're-
any of them.
You're replacing that with the late night panic of every idea you've ever
But
had.
that's every day.
Seems
for me.
legit. Seems legit.
That's my norm. I feel all right. That's my comfort zone. Late night anxiety panic and writing words down. Yeah, good.
My
Can
first.
I tell you?
Go on.
Sorry.
Now go
Right.
on, Mike.
Can I tell you about a thing that happened on the Friday?
Of
I
course.
don't know if this happened to anyone else, but it was about 12. It was about midday, 12:15ish, and sort of it was a nice steady sort of start to the day. We hadn't really done a run through yet or got it on its feet properly. But then Charlotte comes in, artist liaison, and goes, "We've got a patron who was sort of looking around the building. Is he okay to come in?" And we're like, yeah, sure, no problem. She says, "Turns out it's Michael Attenborough."
Oh yeah.
So we're like, "Sorry, what?" "Yeah, he's just on his way. He's going to come and have a look." And so
Is he bringing one
yeah.
of his brothers?
yeah,
That's what I'd say.
no,
Is
it's,
he bringing one of his more
Uncle.
famous brothers?
yeah,
Uncle.
no, it was
It's
Richard
Dickie's
Attenborough's son. So David is his
No. Oh
Uncle.
God. it's not funny if you have to explain the joke. Carry on.
So he comes in, and it's really, it just tells us a story about Princess Diana and how she once noticed Richard Attenborough wearing a really terrible tie, and then wrote him a letter going, "Dear Richard, lovely to meet you the other day, but can you not wear those ghastly ties in public anymore? So
I love
here's the tie." And apparently that was the start of like a really good friendship.
Yeah, they were
between
great friends. They came to
family.
open up the centre together. Yeah.
Yeah. And like lovely story, but I was thinking, mate, it's 12:30. We got tech in 3.5 hours. We've got rugby. Like I couldn't
That's
believe
valid,
We're
to be
here
honest.
to make
He is
14
a
plays
chatterbox.
in 48 hours, not listen
That's
to
lovely,
He is
you
a-
lovely,
like,
Michael.
name drop
Lovely story.
princesses.
He is
Quite
a
busy.
proper chatterbox.
Plus,
like everyone
plus,
else.
I've got
in that
shares
room
in a
was dead
landmine
calm.
company, so
Like everyone else in that room was dead calm and courteous, not freaking out. But like
So-
internally, I was like,
But were you not?
why am I the only one who's having a panic attack? Like, you know, we've got a play to put on. We've got tech in 3.5 hours, and I don't know what I'm
and
doing.
this guy's wittering on about a woman I've never met.
So that was the thing that happened on Friday. Did the play, and yeah, it was all right. Although 10:30 on Friday was interesting because it got to a point in the performance where I thought, hold on, I'm the wrong side of the stage here. what the fuck's got, like, what's gone wrong? Thank goodness, thank goodness Sarah wasn't there actually in that performance because I absolutely demolished blocking. Like I don't know, like she would have been horrified at what I'd done to her lovely floor plan. But you know, there we go. Go big.
I'm always amazed
so,
at
yeah.
the actors at 1448 because it's the one thing, like band, I'm wary of doing just because I'm shit at music, but acting, it's always forgetting my lines. And if I'm doing stuff, if I'm doing like my own poetry and I forget my lines, I'm all right with that because I feel like I'm only letting myself down.
And
But-
the class
Yeah.
down and your parents.
Yeah, but when you forget
the whole
lines of
school.
someone who's written a play, you've got your co-performers on stage, and you're
You
like,
say
I'm letting
this, but
everyone
writers-
down.
You say this,
Yeah.
but writers aren't real people, so it's all right.
But like Hannah said earlier, like she can't remember half the things she'd written down anyway
Yeah.
because it was like 2 a.m. at that point. So you know, don't worry about missing bits out. 'Cause
Yes, if
My
you.
my opinion when it comes to like when I've directed it, I've always been like, just yeah, it'd be lovely if you get the lines, but we're making this play in like 8 hours, so just know it enough so you can do it.
yeah, we were like, get the
Yeah.
intention.
If you
Yeah.
can learn it word for word, legend. If not, fuck it.
Um,
In 4 hours' time, this will be done forever, and we'll never do it again. So, what's the worst that can happen?
I think it's definitely the hardest weekend I've ever done acting wise. Like, and if I'm really honest, this weekend was the weekend where, like, you know, like every 1448 anxiety dream you
Yes.
have,
Mm.
where you go on stage and you don't know your lines, and sometimes you're only wearing your pants, and maybe not even that. Like obviously sans no pants, or not even that. Like that was happening. Like I went on thinking, I probably don't know all my lines. So yeah. I've had a great weekend here, lads.
Got trapped in a cupboard with me. What more do you want?
Oh,
The
that was
dream!
such a delight. That
The
was-
dream.
But do you know what? Generally, like it was such. I felt like it was such a good festival, like so many good rookies as well this year.
Yeah.
Like
Lots
who
of
just
lovely
turned up.
ones.
Like
The entire
really-
design team,
like-
except one person, were all rookies.
That's
And they did a
brave
great
move.
job. Yeah.
That's a brave move.
And a really nice gender balance. I think I noticed as well this weekend. I think.
Some really,
story
really
short.
lovely plays. Yeah.
Oh,
I've got a quick question though. Steph, what did you get up to this weekend?
Yeah, Steph, I'm really
Um,
sorry. You must feel like how I feel when you all
No,
talk about
no, because
football.
I love listening to like you guys talk about 40 and 48. Because every time you do, I go, next time I'm gonna come and
Steph,
see it, and then
You're gonna do it in
Yes.
September, yeah.
September,
probably
Wolverhampton.
But like maybe we'll see.
Pull a ticket, be
Please
a
run in, but also you could come and then we can see you, and that'd be nice.
Yes, that would be very
Yeah,
good.
I'd give you a hug. but
Like,
I
come and
wouldn't.
see it, and then you can see how it all works, and then next time you can join.
But I
in.
kind of get the impression as well that you guys do it like Friday, all day Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah, so it is
Yeah.
difficult for teachers. Yeah.
Yeah, these people with these
You can
9
choose-
to 5ers, gross.
You can do it like one, or you can do like.
yeah. Some
You
people
could
just do
you
the
could
Saturday.
literally just-
You could just do the Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Like,
Or just
Oh,
come
look
watch
at her
it, bloody.
keeping it all vague, like she's not asked.
But she's really. She wants to come and play with
No.
us.
obviously, I would love to come and play with you all, but also, I have a grown-up job,
Boo.
and they don't let you go and play with your
Yes.
friends.
I have a grown-up
Let's
job as
Come
well.
out to play.
Yeah,
I have a
Yeah,
grown-up job as
my
well,
God.
Stephanie. But they let me
Yeah,
have time
Steph's
off.
That is a
yeah, but
disgusting
you also
use of
are a
language.
part-timer, Dave. So shut your face.
I have a grown-up job.
Yeah, okay.
I don't. I have a fucking stupid
You
job.
work in marketing, Adam. That's not a job.
Yeah,
I tweet for a living.
exactly.
Shall I tell you how good you are at marketing, Adam? We've got 4 viewers.
To be fair, he's not logged into any of us. It would be a bit hard. It was mainly my fault for not putting it on
Yeah.
the Twitter.
But in answer to your question, Adam, I went to a wedding.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
who's the lucky man?
Oh.
Who did you marry?
Who did you marry?
I didn't marry anybody. It was someone from work, but I actually, you guys all know that I'm no longer single, don't you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So I
know that.
I took.
You
I
you
took-
literally
Oh, you
saw.
took, oh, you went as wedding guests
No,
together.
no. Steph, you literally
Hold
just
on.
saw Michael's
Hold
heart
on.
break.
No, don't do that.
Hold on. What?
Oh yeah,
Where the
the dating apps are gone. Like that's it.
Michael, it's fine. You can join me in singledom and my trains.
We've all got trains now.
I don't have a train.
Because you have a loving relationship. You can have one or other.
You have a
Only
loving
we have
relationship.
trains. You're
You-
not
can I
allowed
just-
them.
Can I just be one of these people who just go, it's a sickeningly loving relationship? Like,
This train is
I have
longer.
never
Oh.
ever dated someone like this. Honestly, he's so like. Have you ever tried dating an emotionally mature man?
No.
Nope.
It's impossible. Like we had an argument. I say we had an argument. I went, I'm not happy about this, and he went, you're right. I'm very sorry. Allow me to present you with all the ways in which I'm going to change. And I went, no.
I want you to be angry.
I had a speech prepared. I texted to 3 different people.
I wanted to be angry, and now we have to have
What
that
am I
makeup
supposed
sex.
to do with all of this anger? Yeah, so yeah, it's infuriating.
Jonty,
Jonty asks.
That's adorable.
yeah, I'll let Adam
Go on.
ask. I'll let Adam
No,
say.
no,
I'm not saying it.
no. Jonty asks, first of all, I can't marry you, Jonty. I'm married to the trains. And secondly, Steph, is he real? That's not me.
They
That's
went as wedding
that's
guests
content.
together. That is some
You
You know
shit
what?
right
You know
there.
what? Sometimes I ask myself the same question.
Oh,
Imagine that Steph thinks she went to a wedding with her new partner, but
Yeah.
she's just standing there
It
with a
was just a-
mannequin.
It was just a fucking fever dream as usual. Yeah. No, I took him. And what was
Couple of
really fun, and also the most nerve-wracking experience of my life, was it was all of my work friends who have no reason to be nice about me.
Oh no.
They would have told the truth. So it was good fun, and they it was a good laugh.
Did you have a
Couple of
nice time?
questions
Yeah.
from the physical impairment nook of the podcast. What are his intentions?
It's the fucking greatest thing I've ever heard.
And now we
I
head
haven't seen
over
that.
to
No.
And now over to physical impairment corner.
No.
Oh yeah, no. It's not even like dictionary corner. Like yeah.
Just a little.
Two questions. Two questions.
And
That's
when
we were in that cupboard. That was
Yeah.
the physical
When he-
impairment nook.
when he reverses himself into the nook, the ceiling's really low and it just brushes the top of his head.
The door only just fits past your wheel.
Oh, this is the greatest thing. Next week, I want a sign above Mike's head that just says physical impairment.
What were you going to ask, Mike? Was
Hey,
you going
Jans, get on it.
Questions.
to ask if it's real?
No, I was going to ask.
It is real.
2 questions. What does he do, and what are his intentions, please?
Mike needs
What
the
was
vet.
his
Wow.
intention?
Right, okay. First off, we're not doing this.
Okay.
If you want to ask your questions, you can ask them later.
But the main
Solid
question
response.
is he alright?
Yeah, he's a good egg.
Sweet, I'll do. Couldn't give a shit.
What is his intention?
Next topic.
Well, just thinking, you know,
How was the wedding? Did anyone? Do you know
Wedding
anyone-
was-
does anyone have any-
It was like a
family would want to know. We're as good as, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we
Well, the
need
way
some
later,
vet.
Mike,
3
this is
years.
quiet. The nook has been silenced.
Closing the door on the nook.
That's an access issue. That's an access issue.
It was you know, like how people have had like COVID weddings and then they're like, oh, we never had the party for the presents.
Yeah.
So like
That's all the fun
they'd
bits
already
of
got
wedding.
married, so they kind of like had like their wedding reception.
That's
Like, and
nice.
it was good. However, the one thing I will say, no food was served, and I am down for this. I think it's very good
Bastards.
idea. So they, like, in fairness to them, they said we lost a shit ton of money over this wedding because like all these companies that they booked through took their deposits and then went, oh, there's nothing COVID clause in our contract.
Oh,
Sucks to be
shit.
you. So yeah, they
Yeah.
lost. Yeah, they lost loads and loads of money. So when they came to it, they went like, you know, we just want everyone to get drunk and have a good time. You can't do that with sausage rolls. So no food.
I could try.
But still like
Okay.
there was like cupcakes and like sweets. And
Oh, as long as
stuff,
it's
but,
cake.
like,
Yeah.
So, but it did get to about 9:30. Like all the blokes on our table were like, "Is it bad if we order a pizza to a wedding?"
I was
Like,
going to say, could you
and I
get
was
something
like,
delivered to the back door? Like,
That-
thank
I
you.
said it's not bad if you put the seed in the groom's head first. Like, so if you start going, you know what this wedding needs? Kebabs. Like, and then like just walk away. And then like eventually at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, the groom starts going, I really want a kebab. You're like, well, the groom has spoken, we've got to.
That's it. It's his big day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like, what was really fun was like after everyone had sort of left, like around midnight, 1 o'clock, like the group chat started going, have you been to McDonald's? We've been to McDonald's. What have you had from McDonald's? It's just really like, it was proper, like, it felt like a proper student night at that point. Yeah. Just sat there with my nuggets, enjoying life. It was great.
So,
That's so
so you
nice.
went to this very lovely wedding with your very lovely man. Did
Yes.
it? Did it make you go? Did you look at each other on the way home and kind of go?
No.
No pressure.
No.
No.
Don't rush into
We've,
things.
we're like, we're like, you know, when you have like those like sort of like you're just testing the water conversations of no one wants to know the true intentions of them, but like you sort of like drop it out of like, you know, like have you ever thought about getting married and what do you think about kids and all this sort of stuff? And like, you know,
I
you
think
sort of-
that this is a good name for a boy
yeah,
child.
yeah, we could get a third cat.
That's how I imagine the humans
yeah.
speak. I don't know.
Like,
It's been so long.
To be honest, our conversations have been. So when we get a dog, like, you know, it's like that's about as level as it gets. But like, you know, we've talked, and I've said it just feels like a lot of admin.
Oh mate, it's a lot of admin.
It is,
It's
yeah.
a lot of admin, and
Way
why
too
am I
much.
paying for like 200 people's dinner on a Saturday afternoon?
You
It's
see,
my
you,
wedding. You pay for my
Yeah.
dinner.
but this is where the whole idea of weddings has gone wrong now, because
Nah,
it shouldn't be about that. I mean, I
but yeah.
always
'cause
say
why?
when me and Fee got
Why-
married, seriously, I paid for the wedding with a tax rebate. Right?
Yeah,
Romance.
that's the kind of shit that.
And the whole thing, my suit, and okay, it was 20 plus years ago, but even so, my suit, Fee's dress, bridesmaids' dresses, a hotel for the night, registry office, pub in the afternoon, and a bit of grub come to 800 quid.
That's good.
Mm,
Yeah.
there's way too much.
and
faff
it was
nowadays. They try and
organised-
pressure you into all kinds of shit.
It was organised in 2 days.
Like, I always sort of think, like, why am I less in love with someone just because I haven't informed the government?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you want the sweet tax break.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I want that
it's-
tax
Yeah.
break though. It's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's like taxing.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh well, at least I got the tax. No, you get a fucking tax
You
break.
you can give £10,000 tax free
Wait,
to your partner,
wait,
can't
you
you?
don't-
That's why they do
Yeah,
it.
but if your
Don't-
partner's not got £10,000, then it's
Well, that's
pointless,
the-
isn't it?
You
And
don't get
also,
That's the initial
also,
question. Will you marry me? Hang on a second. Have you got
Can I see your bank
£10,000
account? Because I'm not getting my
that
my
you would
tax-free
be willing
allowance.
to give me? Yeah.
also,
Sorry, you don't get
finances, if you're disabled and want to get married, are even more batshit.
Oh shit, yeah, because don't you lose your
Yeah, lose benefits.
because they just assume like, oh well, your spouse can pay that money now. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
And this
man.
is my issue. Why? Have I got to inform the government that I'm in love with someone?
Mm.
To be
It's
fair,
mainly for,
you
like,
haven't
inheritance
you haven't
stuff,
got
isn't
to.
it?
You haven't got to. I'd quite be happy to live in sin and disappoint my parents.
That's
You-
a good
you
point
haven't.
as well. If
Been doing
they
it well enough for 32 years. Might as well
I
have
was going to
something
say,
new to the list.
you're on a podcast, so it's nearly the same.
Yeah.
H has just made the point that if they die, you do get free money, which is kind of
That is
Yeah,
true.
that is the thing. It's like a legal inheritance thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Maybe I will get married.
you can get their pension then, can't you? So long as they die before.
Yeah, I know,
pension
but
age.
knowing my luck, I'll bloody die first, and then I get all my hard-earned pension. I'm not having that. No.
That's the point. Yeah, you're because you're a teacher, you've got probably a good chunk coming your way. So
Honestly,
your
my
prime real estate.
why do you think I became a teacher? 6 weeks holidays and the pension. It ain't to inspire children.
Was it?
Nah, that's bullshit.
Was it? But it was for the crayons, though, wasn't it?
Oh, I fucking love colouring. Like,
I would.
Yeah. Get in.
Can you clip that, please, Jonty? Fucking love colouring.
I do believe last week was a bloody love. What was it? A bloody love a mini cheddar.
Bloody love a mini
Did you
cheddar.
buy it? Did you buy it?
Oh my god, I saw those mini
No, I
cheddars in
didn't,
B&M the other day and I
because-
nearly got them.
Because I've been so insanely busy this week that every time I've gone to do something and I've gone, oh, I've got 5 minutes to sit down. It's 5 minutes where I've been mini cheddarless because I haven't been and bought them, and no one is more angry about it than I am. No.
I'm pretty fuming. So.
I am teed off, is what I am. Grr.
Grr.
Does
Meow.
does
No, come on, grr.
does the new man know about your obsession with mini cheddars?
Yeah, he will
that's
soon.
important, isn't it? Mhm.
You keeping that from him, are you?
Yeah. That's gonna be
Dark
reserved for
secret.
my next argument. Why don't you buy me mini cheddars?
And then what
He'll
would you
be
do?
like, all right, I'll go and get some now,
Yeah.
and then just give them to you. And you'll be like, ah,
Ah, thank you.
Let's be angry, and you're being nice. H says there's something called a bereavement support fund if you're married. You You get free money when and time off for the funeral and stuff.
Because famously, boyfriends and girlfriends don't.
He's looking up.
It is mad.
Thought it was
nice,
oh,
though.
it's free money.
You could have been with someone for like 20 years, but because you haven't got a bit of paper, you don't get fuck all. It's like
Exactly.
Yeah.
That happened with one of my mum's friends. They were together. They had a kid. Like they were together for like 40 years, and then like obviously he became very, very poorly, and it was looking towards the end. And they were trying to sort finances, and they were like, "I don't know, you get nothing."
Yeah.
So they had to, in order to protect her, like because obviously he wanted to make sure she was going to be okay. They got married like 3 days before he passed away, just to make sure that she would be financially protected.
Yeah.
So,
It's ridiculous.
you government,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's just all so outdated. Like the whole system of all of it is so outdated.
Mhm.
Like
You,
it's the year of our Lord 2022.
Yeah, but
But
you do
what I have
realise they
said-
have got Jacob Rees-Mogg in government.
Well, you know, there you go.
Haunted pencil.
One thing I have said, and I don't know whether Hannah will agree with me on this, but I sat my dad down very, very early on into my teens and informed him that he was to tell me if any prospective man ever dared marry me. And I do use dared because good luck to the man who does. I've lived with me for 32 years. It's not easy.
I know what's going on here. And,
I haven't worked out how to handle this. Good luck to you, pal. So like I have said, if a man comes to you and asks for your blessing and asks for my hand in marriage, you are to tell me because the answer will be categorically no.
Yeah. I'm not a fucking prize cow.
I'm not a goat.
Yeah.
You don't give me away. Like, and I said, my dad was like, yeah, but like, and I went, no, you're not giving me away. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll still be popping in. Like,
Yeah.
but I said, like, you know, if a man comes to you and informs you that, like, I'm going to ask her to marry me, I'm just letting you know, then that's fine. But, like, you know, give them the heads up. My mum can't keep a secret. I'm just warning you.
Yeah.
So, like, but yeah, if someone asked for my hand in marriage, the answer would be no.
Yeah, no. Fuck off. Get out of here. It's 2022.
As someone who's been married for years, can I just like, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
absolutely
sorry.
right. We didn't have to do it. But
I think if it's what you want
great.
and it's nice, and that's nice. But I don't
What you
think that it
really,
should
really
be
want.
required for like
No, it
legal
shouldn't. No, it shouldn't.
reasons.
You're,
Like,
you're
yeah.
absolutely right.
And I wouldn't have a big wedding. Like I'd have like a registry off it, or I'd just go off to Vegas and do it, and come back and be like, it's done.
Well, I mean, that
yeah,
was
I
my,
wanted
my
to just
mate
run
did
away
that.
and have like
Yeah.
a little, yeah.
My mate and his wife did that. They went to Vegas and literally got married in Chapel O' Love with two.
Yeah, like I do that, and then just have a big party afterwards.
There was a thing, and simply because we couldn't make the dates work. But I found out very late there was a thing on at the Lighthouse in Wolverhampton where you could have your marriage vows renewed by Elvis.
Amazing.
And I phoned Fee up and went, shall we have our marriage vows renewed by Elvis? And she was like, yeah. But we couldn't make the dates work, unfortunately. Otherwise we would have.
Oh,
I've never understood getting the marriage vows renewed.
You know what? You know what you needed there. You know what you needed there. A little less conversation and
A little more action. Please.
the other end of the spectrum. Bumble keeps asking me if I'm all right.
oh no!
Every fucking, you know, those fucking
The
patronising
little
messages.
bloody messages that
Like,
all of those
on
apps
days
send,
that are
like, fuck off.
It's Valentine's Day. Find a rose. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, it's International Friends Day. Why don't you find a special friend? Like, don't do a wink emoji at me. You're an app.
I don't
I
need
run
friends.
you. You don't control me.
I have trained.
This is why I got rid of them all, because I can't take the pass ag.
Hang on, right. I know it's an app, but there's a human being that's programmed it to do that, unless it's self-aware, which I don't think it is.
That human being is a fucking shitbag.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
I'm sorry. That is a shitbag thing to do, isn't it? Oh, all these
What a
people.
shitbag.
The one thing I can almost guarantee about almost everyone on this app is they're single. So let's rub it in.
And lonely.
But as well, arguably the worst thing about it, it'll make the same noise and it'll be the same icon as it is when you've got like.
Oh!
Wait, you have your
for the
phone on
split
noise
second,
mode.
it's like somebody thinks I'm attractive, and then it's just like an algorithm.
An algorithm telling you to
Instead
get
being
a
like-
friend.
And now
Like,
things are
upgrade
attractive.
now, and you can see if anybody's liked you, and it's like,
Yeah,
no, that's
you
not
can
how
see the people who are looking at your profile and looking at your messages and just not fucking responding. Like that. Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
I don't want to
Thank
pay
you.
to get my feelings hurt.
I'm
Like,
sorry. I'm sorry. Steph.
More pain, please. More pain. Thanks. Thanks. Here's some money. Give me some more pain, please. Thanks. This is why I got rid of them. I can't deal with it.
Endorphins.
Has anyone ever had any success? I mean, there's got to be someone who's met their life partner
Yes,
through.
Steph.
Oh, Steph, you met him through an app.
Met him through Bumble.
I feel like you're
And
good at
I
the
told
apps, though. Do you
him-
know what I mean? Like I feel like you do them
Yeah.
properly.
Like,
But I think
Yeah,
actually
like-
I'd given completely up on them. Like I had become a complete serial dater. Like at one point
I hadn't.
was
even
like a different day a week because I just couldn't be
I-
asked anymore, and I'd quite
I-
enjoyed the free
yeah.
drink. And then I saw him,
Yeah.
and like I have told him this, and he does now refer to himself as the one you swiped on for a laugh, because I said that and then realised what I'd said, and I tried to backtrack. But like I saw his picture and went, Jesus, he's beautiful. Wouldn't it be funny if he matched? And then he did, and I went, wouldn't it be funny if he responded? And he's just never stopped texting me, and like I don't know what to do with this one. Like I kind of go, what? I don't know.
Okay. Has he got?
It's the moment
Has
when
he
you-
got
like-
the right to remain in the country?
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
I've checked his paperwork. It's not that.
I've checked it. Yeah, it's fine.
He's not working for the KGB.
No,
Always a
Wow.
plus.
I like it when you finish, like you win at like Tinder and you finish
When
everyone,
it's like no
and there's
more
no more
matches
people, and
in
you're
your
like, great,
area, and you're like,
Yeah.
good.
Good.
Does this mean I've
No,
won or lost?
complete.
I don't know, because it feels like I completed it, and that sort of makes me feel like good, but also bad.
Yeah,
Clearly.
if it-
it's like if you watched everything on Netflix, you'd be like, ha! Oh, I've not been out there. Yeah.
have you ever just constantly? It's swiping right to say you like them? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, because I don't use these things.
yeah.
So I don't know. I'm in a loving relationship. I've never had to do it. I mean,
Have you ever just swiped right on all of them, or just
That is a
fuck it.
dating technique, and it's done by like. And I don't want to like now start a thing where people go, women do it too, because I know women do it as well. But it is quite a male trait to just go right. And actually, there is a limit to how many times you can swipe right. I've been told. Like you can run
In
out
a certain
of,
amount of time, like
yeah,
You
you
run out
can
of
run
likes,
out
yeah, per
to
day.
stop people from doing it. So like people go right, and then just wait for all of those matches to come through. So you're not actually looking at people and
That's
going,
a
oh, I
big
quite
way.
like them, I quite like that. Yeah, you're literally just casting a net and going, I'll have all of these, thank you. Yeah, like there's quite a few people that do it, like men and women who do it, but like I have found that it is, and from the people I've spoken to who do it, it is largely a male trait, but I'm sure women do it as well. Yeah, but and what you find as well with the people who do it, they'll match with all of these people, you'll message them and they just don't respond because they're not, they'll look at you and then go, oh no, I don't fancy that one. But it was just the validation of, look how many likes I've got. Like, yeah.
yeah, it's just like a little yeah.
Yeah.
What a weird
Honestly,
world.
The day I
don't
deleted
like
them,
it,
it
go
felt like my heart was lighter.
Yeah.
And like we've
I've not-
joked about all of the
Yeah.
messages that like I've received and like Hannah's received and everything, and that trashy little PowerPoint I did for us all one Halloween.
Mm.
I have shown that to him because he wasn't on for very long. I had been
he must feel
waiting.
proper jammy.
Oh yeah.
Isn't he? Well,
not really, because he ended up with me. But like,
incorrect.
Go on.
Oh no! Like you can see sometimes he goes, like when I'm just having one of my moments, and he's like, "Yeah, okay." I think he just comes for the cats now at this point. But
they are pretty good. Cats.
They are pretty good. Milo does enjoy being boyfriend. I am the third wheel in this relationship. But I showed him all this, and he was like, "This is horrific."
Mm.
Like, yeah, and it's mad, but I don't have to use it anymore.
Mad, I tell you.
And if he ever leaves me, I'm gonna die alone on principle. I'm not downloading it. I'll be stubborn and I'll die alone.
You can meet people outside the apps, I assume.
Oh, gross! Thankfully, going outdoors.
But even then, like, because the apps have got the monopoly on everything now, even that has become weird.
Mm.
Like, if you approach someone, like, outside in the real world, on both parties, I think it's kind of like, does this come across weird?
To be fair, the last time I was out on night out, I complimented someone on their tattoos. And then spent like an hour meeting their whole family because it was like a big funny night. I went, I literally just came here to say I liked that pretty tattoo you got. Oh, lovely. This is an uncle. Good. I'm already half cut and I want to get more drunk. And this is fun. Fun. Fun.
Nah.
That is brilliant.
Look,
I think both me and my brother have spoken about this, and we've both said we cannot physically go back to asking people's favourite colour anymore.
What's your favourite colour?
Oh, it's forest green. Like,
Oh, good
colour.
Yeah, that just been promoted.
Really good colour.
Is that really what people ask each other? Is like an out.
What's your favourite
Kinds of
colour?
fucking shit. It's like, would you like lemon or lime?
Oh God,
fucking
that
hell.
would be an insta ban. That.
And I really hate it because that means that already our conversation has dried out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you've got to start talking about the weather within 6 messages, we are.
So what was your Steph? What's your when you were chatting to your boy? What was your in? What was you like? Stop. My name's Steph, and I
literally just put, "Hey, you okay?"
Fuck the fucking week.
Honestly, because I didn't expect a message back because this man is beautiful and I don't get it a lot of the time.
So what was like? Can you tell us what his response was to? I
don't remember, but like we just started chatting randomly and then stupid like then we swapped numbers and I was like, this has gone too far. Like, what is going on?
Man has my phone number.
Compute.
Stop it. And then he asked me out for a drink. And I remember turning up on the first day, and as well, he has quite a strong London accent. He's from North London, so like, I remember turning up.
Oh, is he travel?
Oh, Steph.
Like, Southerner.
Honestly,
Steph.
I know, yeah.
Spurs or Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Oh, for
hell,
Steph.
He's got to have his faults, doesn't he? Like, But yeah, so like
the main thing.
You with a Villa fan?
Have you laughed in his face when they thought they were going to sign Neves?
Oh, believe me, we watched the Arsenal Tottenham game the other night, and I sat like this for 90 minutes trying not to laugh because by half time his position had gone from this to. I was like, this is the greatest day of my life. I was literally like chewing the inside of my top to stop myself from laughing. Like it was beautiful. It was the most beautiful 90 minutes of my life. And I've watched Dreamgirls. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, Steph. I'm happy that you're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Tell him Tell him if he breaks your heart, I'm going to kill him and all his North London mates.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you don't need to
Yeah.
worry about that. If he breaks
Yeah,
my heart, I'm break his face.
Dave, pin him down. Pin him down. I'll run him over.
I know.
That will happen.
Yeah, just
But you've got to do it in the dead of night. Like you've got to find him when he's walking home from somewhere, and then all of a sudden you've got to hear. And then you're done. That'll be the last thing he hears.
We'll meet at Cockfox just for a laugh.
No, we can't be there, Mike.
Mike,
You can't
put some
say it.
blue tack over your lights, Mike. You can see you coming.
Dave,
Put over one. Do you think
Imagine,
it's a moped
Dave,
further away?
Imagine me and Mike in prison, right? And they have to take like a mould of Mike's treads on his wheels to match it to the.
This
Does
is
he watch this,
evidence
Steph?
now.
Does he watch this?
No.
You haven't told him about us, have you? Because he might Google
No.
it. Okay.
Will you watch this?
No.
On another subject, talking about Googling. So,
Have you been googling yourself, Michael?
no, I had an important
Googled
meeting
myself.
with some industry people the other week, right?
Spent a good
You're the
afternoon
weak,
having
right?
a Google.
I had an important industry meeting with people from places
Ooh.
last week, right?
He had an
And one
industry
of them-
meeting.
It was on Zoom, and one of them goes, "So, when I was stalking you, I was like, oh fuck, they found the hiccups. They found the hiccups." But as it turned out, they hadn't.
They
found
just
a bio.
they just found your nude
Um,
pics.
But
Nude pics are
for
fine
that-
as
for
long
that-
as they ain't got the hiccups.
for that 0.022 seconds, my world had collapsed. But it's fine.
I've got some news,
Yeah.
and it may affect the show, although I hope it don't. I've got to go for an operation.
Oh no.
Oh.
I've got to go under the
You
surgeon's
okay,
knife.
Dave?
Yes, I'm okay. I'll be fine. But I've got to go under the surgeon's knife, and I've been given a provisional date of Saturday, the 4th of June.
Right.
Yeah.
Jubilee
so-
weekend.
First one to
that?
ask the question.
Right.
It's
I've
what,
got
it's
to
what
go.
our Madge would have wanted.
I've got to go for a pre-op appointment where they're going to tell me where they're going to shove all the cameras and the probes and the iron rods. And then I've got to drive there on the Wednesday before the 2 bank holidays. Fuck the Jubilee. It's 3 days off work. I've got to drive to the hospital, pull into a predetermined bay, do a COVID test, and then isolate for 3 fucking days
Over the bank holiday.
over the bank holiday. So, the Thursday, Steph, I might be calling out for a beer delivery.
The beer fairy may do a
Beer
visit.
fairy.
So, which
Oh
of
my
us-
god, the timing of that is unbelievable.
Can we try and
That
guess
is, yeah.
what part of the operation's on? Not what the operation is,
that's
but what part.
mean.
No, because I thought we knew already. I thought I knew. Do I know? I thought we knew.
Is it your knee?
No.
I think I thought you said it
higher or
before.
lower? Oh, I might have done, but I've had a drink since then.
Higher or lower? What, in importance or in height?
Both.
Higher.
Oh, your cock.
Are you going to Turkey for a penis enlargement?
Not again, no.
It's already dragging by my ankles.
It's the pelvis.
Oh, it's close.
You was
Yeah.
close.
You got to have your Elvis
They've
done.
got to like.
A ninja is attacking your pelvis.
I thought it was a crab.
The good news. I was going to book the Monday Tuesday of that half term week off, and have the whole week off. And now I can't because I need to be in work before what could potentially be a month off.
Oh,
From
is
it
that
being
how long
just
they
a-
reckon?
Yeah, they've said you're going to be
Yeah.
out for at least a week. At least a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
It may be up to a month. It kind of once them in there, they'll know what they've got to do. But
Yeah.
until then, yeah. But I was like, oh god, I was going to have a week off, and I'm really tired, and then I'm like, Dave, you're going to have potentially a month off after it. Just do the 2
Yeah.
days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's caused a few problems at work because I mean we're short staffed as it is. And then I've come in and gone,
Yeah.
guess what?
Well, there's nothing you can do
Guess
about it
what?
if it's
I've got
like,
a
yeah.
dicky pelvis.
Say that again, Mike.
I said, guess what? I've got a dicky pelvis.
So I don't know what because I
As it happens, I do actually have a dicky pelvis. It's just from birth as opposed to,
Yeah, not like these latecomers.
Anyway, it's not about me. Carry on.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
Dave,
that first
trying to
Monday-
outdo Mike.
that first Monday after the 4th, so the 6th. I'm
Yeah.
definitely not going to be available for the show, but I hope
Well,
you'll do
shall
it.
we have a Jubilee weekend off?
We could have a Jubilee weekend off, but I
Yeah,
hope
because
if
we're
I
gonna-
have to
We'll
if I have
all
to be
sit
off
and think about the Queen.
if I have to be off a bit longer, I hope one of you just picks up the streaming mantle.
Yeah, I can do that. I've got
Not
the
Mike.
thingy bob.
Not Mike.
Not Mike with his Wi-Fi,
Why
and
not
not you
me?
with your Wi-Fi tonight,
I know,
Steph.
yeah, mine's not great.
So, but yes, that I'm going to be going missing for between 1 and 4 weeks.
Oh.
That is. Well, I'm sorry,
Can
it's a
we
congratulations then.
can we purchase a cardboard cutout?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the little pop vinyl Edgar Allan
Edgar Allan
Poe.
Poe.
Yeah,
because,
That's the closest we've got.
That's not you, is it?
thanks, Mike. Thanks. I've got
all
a
right.
pop vinyl Doof Warrior. From
Okay.
Is that
Mate,
closer
you
or
is-
further away? I can't work it out.
It's probably got the same complexion.
Speaking of annoying women, not annoying women, but just
sorry,
women
sorry. Speaking of
women who are overly revered women. Did you see what happened to the new Thatcher statue?
Yeah.
Ha!
It had been up for 2 hours and someone egged it. Before it even taken off all the wrapping, someone had egged it.
Yeah, it's not even been like officially unveiled yet, and it's already covered in egg.
Did you see when they
I
was
know
lowering
that
it
you
onto the
did.
plinth?
By
And
the neck!
by the neck. They had a rope around its neck, lowering it.
No, I didn't see that. I want it on a T-shirt. Just that picture.
They're apparently going to be putting CCTV up to discourage
Yeah.
vandalism.
That's going to get nicked. The
Yes,
CCTV
I'll
will
tell
get
you
nicked.
what's going to
Also,
happen.
The cable runs to the ground.
Also, have you
Also,
noticed?
just
Have you
Wear a hat,
noticed
they can't tell it's
when
you.
when women are campaigning to say they don't feel safe walking the streets, and that there's a massive culture of misogyny in the whole of society, nothing can be done. But when someone throws an egg at a fucking statue, what's this country's fascination with defending statues?
It's like when they had all those policemen around fucking
Yeah,
Churchill.
of
Like,
women-
gotta protect the war criminal.
Of women and trans people basically got to stand still on a plinth to be protected by the police.
Maybe that should be the next day of action thing. We all
That
get
should be-
ourselves plinths.
To be fair, there's the fourth plinth at Trafalgar Square they could all stand on and just like be revered for a bit.
Just all together,
Yeah.
just all
Yeah.
huddled.
Just
Yeah.
crammed in.
All
Yeah,
of the,
I'm
all of the
down for that.
women and all of the trans people, not you, Joanne. Go back to your castle.
Oh yeah, Joanne isn't there.
Off to your castle.
So yeah, Mike,
Yeah.
why have you been upsetting your wheelchair technician, Mike?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mike.
no, actually, until I looked at the at your list you posted in the chat, I'd forgotten about this.
This is why I put the list in the chat. You see, Mike.
So
So much has happened in between.
I had someone come from the the company who sort of services chairs. I didn't mean to add the sort of. They do. Like, there's no ambiguity there. That's what.
Kind
That's
of.
what
They
they
have a
do.
go.
Um,
They wave a spanner towards the
Yeah,
lights,
just sort
and then
of-
they go.
That's
Yeah.
how I fix
Well-
everything. I just go, is that it?
Uh,
Is it done?
It turned out he didn't actually have to do that. All he had to do, because it's got hydraulics on it, because it goes up and down. Not this chair that I'm in, but the wooden one that's currently out shop.
Hydraulics is fluid under
yeah.
pressure.
That is actually no good because it's too small
done.
and I can't fit in it.
I don't know what that
Well,
means.
That's another story.
Hold on, you've got a custom-built wheelchair that you can't fit in.
No, it's not. It's not a wheelchair. It's sort of. It's difficult to sort of describe. It's
Is it a
wooden
lounge chair?
No, it's a wooden chair, and it's basically like whenever there's whenever there's only mum in the house, basically I'll go in that one. 'Cause the two of us between us sort of struggle to assist me into this one, so that one's easier. Except on the day it turned up, we quickly realised that actually it's a pile of shit because it's completely because it's not wide enough to carry my load.
I can't fit the twins.
A little.
Twins.
That's quite weird. And
Buttocks.
and
Say,
the tray,
say it again, please.
Steph,
What are you-
buttocks,
Okay,
Steph.
because there's a
Buttocks,
lot down
okay.
there that can
Yeah,
be referred
yeah,
to as
I
twins, and
thought-
I was genuinely worried.
there's been enough talk of my twins. on
Not,
this
not at
podcast
the
that you
back,
would-
Steph. Not at the back.
Michael's
and-
meaty ass. Continue.
Christ.
I don't know whether any of this is all right.
No,
Come
I don't
on.
think it is
Mike's
either.
trying to tell a story.
Who mentioned
Say-
it to begin with?
I'd
Whose fault
like
was
to
that?
find that vestibule again if it's all right with everyone else.
Yes, we're going back into the vestibule.
The vestibule of anxiety.
Physical
Time
incapacity.
Back to the
Vestibule
vestibule.
So, the tray that comes with it, because they come with sort of a tray that sort of is attached to it, because that's where you can eat. Because it's too small, like
Sounds like a
Like-
really badly designed
Yeah,
chair, Mike.
yeah, it's really badly. This wasn't even the story. Like, this is just the context. So basically, it'd come to pat test that, right? But then to do that, like, shows you how much we use it. It was like, have you got the plug that comes with it? I was like, hold on. I was like, Dad. He wasn't. That's his mobile phone because he wasn't here, by the way.
Good man, good man, good
Actually,
man.
Oh, the mime. I'm thrown the mime.
It's like I'm there.
It's like, Dad, kettle plug for the chair. It was like, is it in your cupboard in your room? So I opened up this cupboard, and then out piles all of like every wire ever in the world.
Oh no.
I love a
They're
kettle
all
lead.
fucking tangled to one another, like some weird, like first draft version of a treble clef. Like, it's like wiry golem. Hello.
Wiry Gollum. Oh my god.
Like,
So many
So-
quick
He's a
words.
poet.
Well,
He's a poet.
so, like, mum's it like left the room because the dog's barking at this point. So I have to call her, and I'm like,
So
"Oh,
you, with your fine motor skills, are trying to unravel this.
yeah.
Wasn't the wheelchair
So-
technician thinking?
No,
I could help it.
he was also helping, but in truth, also slightly in the way. So we unravel this thing, look, and like he tests it, and it's all fine. But as this is going on, he notices my PS5 on the side, and it's like, I'll look for one of them. It's like it's that thing of like what you play is like I play Call of Duty, but I've heard PS5's a shit. I'm like, mate, I've just
Like,
just
what does he want you
paused.
to say to that? Like, yeah, they
Like-
are. Yeah, it's shit.
like,
That's why I've
and
got
then-
one.
Yeah, and then what's amazing is for some reason, Mum starts to join in on the PS5.
Is Karen?
It's
I
like-
imagine that she's really big
Well-
on like the Call of Duty, like online,
Well,
like
Do you think
she's
Um,
there,
Rosamund
like
Pike goes away for the weekend?
Yeah, she,
honing
she's got some,
moves or whatever
she's got some
people
very
say nowadays.
strong views on the morals within the game, and how it's actually
Yeah.
a satire on.
yeah, it was a birthday present, you see. So
Mm,
she's fully aware of like the hassle
yes,
that they
of trying to
cause
get one.
when
Yeah.
you try to get one. So
Mm.
and then like it was, and then he started talking about how much his wife hated the fact, that he was on it a lot. And then like he'd stand there and do an impression of his wife and go, like, all I can see is the back of your head. And then he said to us, well, you're always on your phone. I'm like, mate, just what?
You're
like he needs
actually you're
couples
actually in the
therapy.
middle. You're in the middle of a
Yeah.
husband and wife having a domestic, and there's only one of them there.
Yeah.
Just do the thing.
That's quite a skill, Mike.
Yeah. It's always me. It's like, I'm like, just do the thing that you've got to do and sort of go. So I can,
So I can
unpause
play on my
the
PS5.
documentary I'm trying to watch.
Did you at any point say to him, "Well, yeah, I bought my PS5 actually with my royalty check from the play that I've just had on, that's just toured the country. What did you buy your
I-
Xbox with?"
Well,
You
it
wages.
was funny.
Your wages. Is that what you bought them with? Is it? I bought mine with royalties.
What? Did you buy yours with your financial stability?
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Because I
You and
got
your solid career path.
I got what is
You're
essentially
overtime.
2 months of your pay in one check, but it had to last me 7 years.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, take that.
I love all
really
the
funny
choices I've
thing
made in my
was-
life.
Really, about 20 minutes after he left, Mum looked out the window and she was still like, God, he's still there? Just wait. So I assume what he was doing that thing of was basically wasting his shift. Like, if you're not if you're not driving, then
he's got a tracker on his van, hasn't he?
yeah.
Because in the old days,
Yeah.
you'd have just driven to McMackey's, wouldn't you? And just had a.
Mm.
He's got a tracker on his van.
So,
Poor bloke.
So that was the really. Oh, and a couple of weeks ago, I also had a checkup on this chair. This this chair, and this woman's like, she's quite chatty. She's quite nice. Comes every year. Name's Sarah. She was talking about how she wants fake grass in her back garden.
Not a fan.
Oh no.
She was saying how all you need to do is put neat bleach down. Right? Gets even
All
weirder.
you need to do
says-
is salt
she
the
says-
earth.
Yeah.
The kids love it.
People used to do that as like a punishment for
Yeah.
as like a war crime.
Like
All
it
you
gets
need to
weirder,
do-
right? It gets
and-
weirder.
And not
She
only,
goes-
will
goes-
your grass not grow, but the people who buy your house in 200 years, it won't grow for them either.
Mm.
Wait, you've not even heard the fucking batshit thing yet. She goes, we thought it was easier because actually the dog doesn't shit on the grass, doesn't poo on the grass. He only does it in the patio. I'm thinking, you've got a dog and you put neat bleach down on your grass.
That dog has the cleanest asshole in the world.
But if a dog doesn't go on the grass, then what's the point of having
Adam,
fake grass?
Well, the problem is with
can I just say-
you have to then hose it off all the time. 'cause
Adam,
it doesn't clean.
so Adam has just mentioned dogs and clean arseholes. Now, all I've got the
Typical
image
Adam.
of in my head, all I've got is Kirsty Mealing being a dog, and
Yeah, that she
going
did. She did
across
lick her
the
ass.
floor. She did that too. She licked her ass, and then
It was the most incredible piece of physical comedy that's
honestly
probably
like,
ever happened.
how
Ever.
that like.
I would put it up
like,
there with what's his name hanging onto the back of that bus on roller skates. What's that?
honestly.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
No! Fucking what's his name? It'll come to me in a minute.
Oh, some mothers do have them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dave was
got-
thinking about Police Story. You were thinking about some mothers do have them.
That's the cultural divide right there.
honestly, do you know what? I would go as far as to say we need to watch that play on a stream as a watch along, just to see your faces.
Beautiful.
We can do that. When it goes live.
Jonty says this has turned into a scene from Bloody Dinner Lady. That's our lives.
Oh man, I wish my life was as well written as fucking Dinner Ladies.
Yeah.
Because that has a really nice there's a really nice ending that ties everything together, whereas mine is just chaotic strands going in every single direction. Like someone
And
just
also,
dropped
Victoria
spaghetti.
Wood knows how to write a really good joke.
That's true.
I feel like
Structurally,
my
she's
life
the
is
best.
currently being directed by the guys who did Game of Thrones.
What is inconsistent plot
Well,
points?
It's just inconsistent, and everyone keeps going, "Really? That's the direction
Things
you're
will
going."
speed up for no
Like,
reason and then slow
yeah,
down again. For no
Everything
reason.
seems to be happening at once, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
"This is no longer believable." Like,
Mm.
They've
Things
thrown
that you
enough shit
previously
at it and
thought were
seen
really
what sticks.
important have
Yeah,
now
yeah,
been
yeah.
pushed
And-
aside for other random bits.
And is there just random boobs everywhere?
sometimes.
Oh man, I fucking wish.
No, we're talking season 8 of Game of Thrones, not
Yeah,
season 1
there was
of
not,
Game
there
of
was
Thrones.
not, there wasn't even a boob to save that.
Mm.
I've heard nothing but good things about Game of Thrones, and now you're coming in and just saying no, it's shit. I've never
not
watched
shit.
it.
No.
It's not shit.
Season one was just, we don't really have a storyline yet, but so
It's
here's the
setting
death,
up like a
and
lot
here's
because there's
the
so many
boobies.
characters. Yeah.
like the Maisie
And-
Williams
And
who
there's
plays
a lot of boobs.
Maisie Williams who plays Arya Stark actually wrote the lyrics to the Game of Thrones theme tune, which is boobies, death and boobies, death and boobies, death and boobies. Yes,
But the boobs start
Death and
fading out around
Yeah,
season
and then-
3.
around season 3, and then you don't really get a lot of boobies anymore.
Because in the first couple of seasons, like a lot of the exposition happens like in brothels. There'll be people walking
Yeah.
through a brothel, just like, and then I overheard that someone was going to kill him, but in the background it's just lots
Yeah.
of boobs.
To be fair, who doesn't love an exposition brothel?
Honestly, if you, the thing
Absolutely.
is, it got to the point where you knew if it
They're
start-
the
if a
best
scene
brothels,
started-
Mike. Mike, they're the
Yeah.
best
But you-
brothels.
Love 'em.
You knew that if a scene started in a brothel,
Lots
something
of
important
signposts.
wise was
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
discussed,
yeah,
so you had
yeah.
to listen.
You
Because
weren't
it was
allowed
like,
to
we're in the brothel,
concentrate.
something's going to happen.
You know what, Mike?
I think that's why
Mike,
they did it. They
Mike,
were, they
you
were
know
trying
what?
to separate the wheat from the chaff. So
Yeah.
if you concentrated and you got the information, you knew what was going to happen later on. If you didn't concentrate and got distracted by boobs,
By
you
boobs.
weren't worthy of the storyline.
Not a
You know
true
what, Mike?
fan.
Mike, an exposition brothel is a brothel. I might actually go in myself. See if I can find out what's going on. What's going on? Oh, thank you. And a
That was
tasteful,
nice.
and a tasteful glimpse of boob.
Yeah. An exposition brothel is just a brothel where everything is explained to you really clearly. So, what are we going to do now?
Yeah.
Oh, I love nerdy writing jokes.
Gotta love them.
Yeah. But like, so about
We
season 3, then the storyline really kicked in. And then season 3, 4 were
So,
brilliant.
so all the brothel extras were out of work come season 4.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a real shame.
no one thinks about
And-
the
and then-
extras in the brothel scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 3. I'm gonna put it out there. Season 3, 4, 5, 6, brilliant.
Good, really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
So
season
five,
3, 4, 5. Yeah, season
five
3,
was a lot
4
of
were
dawn
great.
stuff.
5 went a little bit like ooh. Season 6 and 7 were
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah, and bits
Like-
of 8 were good. Like,
And then season 8 should have been 3 seasons long
yeah, but they just rushed it and
because
ruined it.
they'd been given Star Wars, and because they did such a bad job rushing through the end of Game of Thrones,
They lost it
lost
there.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like Disney went, no, we don't trust you.
Your
Like
name
if you
is
had
mad.
if you had that little respect for the project you spent the last like
Years.
decade working
Mm.
on, like then we absolutely don't want you to touch Star Wars. So yeah, so they lost
I
Star Wars.
don't know how I'd feel if Disney said that to me, because I'd be like, have you thought of
Wow.
taking that all-knowing finger and pointing it at yourselves?
Well, you know, okay. Sometimes Disney do go, oh, something people like. Let's ring this for everything it's worth. Like, for example, Marvel.
Star Wars.
So yeah, but Mandalorian, brilliant.
I still
Yeah,
haven't
deliberately.
watched it.
I don't have
Um,
Disney Plus.
Neither do I.
I'm very
although,
excited.
I
for
might have
Obi-Wan.
Disney Plus because I think I've still got your password, Steph.
I was going to say, just use it. It's fine.
Actually, I do have Disney Plus. Why do I pay for that?
I only used it once to watch Hamilton and was like, I like a musical. What's wrong
yeah.
with
Can we
me?
just stop? Can we just stop? How long have I known you, Dave? About 7, 8 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I never ever thought I'd hear the day where you'd say, I only got Disney Plus to watch Hamilton. I think I
It's
might
a
cry.
beautiful moment.
think I
I
might cry, the
didn't pay
happiest
for it.
Tears I've ever cried.
I got Steph's password.
Well, this is the problem,
I mean,
and like
she
this is what
pro-offered
Netflix
it.
are now
I
trying to
didn't
avoid.
hack her.
Yeah.
I didn't stalk her. Work out what the password was. Although I could have done, Steph. Wasn't a great password. But carrying on.
Hi, Ripley.
Bloody
Hi,
hell, Dave.
Ripley.
But yes, Disney.
That is one moody
they're
cat.
scum, aren't they? Scum, Disney. Disney's scum.
I don't want to say anything bad against them just because they own everything. They probably own the rights to me.
Yeah, I don't
So-
want to badmouth them on the internet because I want to be employed for lots of money. Thanks, cool.
And they didn't do a terrible job. I mean, they didn't get it right first time, but they do seem to be standing their ground against the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida. So
Yes,
Yeah.
that's good.
I
That's
will cautiously doff my cap to them. Just like a cautious, like little, but like I am waiting
And
for them to
also-
screw it up royally.
Mm.
Also, content-wise, I really like the direction they're going in. Like,
Hmm
a lot of their new stuff seems to be like issue-based
Yes,
stuff as
the,
opposed to like
Red Panda
the Turning
is
Red thing.
very good,
Yeah, I want to see that. People say
Not
it's good.
seen it yet, but I've heard very good things.
very very good.
Talking about things I haven't seen, for a couple of weeks now, actually, since again sounds wanky, but stay with me. But since the performance of Cabaret on the Olivier Awards,
Mm.
I've realised that I've never seen it. Today I got an hour in to it before we had guests and what was streaming it on. My internet failed. But until that point, it's quite good.
It's a very good one. It's a good one, Cabaret.
I've
Which one are
seen-
you watching?
I've seen it live.
Have you?
72,
Yeah.
Very good.
The-
72.
the original with Liza in it.
Oh, with our Liza, yeah. You got
Yeah.
a bit of Liza, yeah.
And I have to
Big
say,
fan of the 72.
Joel Grey as that MC
He's
is
brilliant,
the
isn't
most
he?
The
terrifying.
whole
Mm.
film is cast. Mwah.
Yeah.
Mwah. Mwah.
Yeah.
Good one.
When I saw it live, I saw it at Wolverhampton, and Will Young played MC.
My mum saw that
And
one,
it
and so
was-
he was great.
brilliant. He was
Yeah.
brilliant at it.
Yeah,
because
my mum talks about it all the time.
yeah,
How good he was.
he did. Don't get me wrong. He did very much try and be like he didn't try and do an exact copy of Joel Grey, but there was very I have been heavily influenced in my performance of,
Stylistically,
and and it was brilliant. I was very, very impressed.
Good on your Will.
Good on you.
Good
And
on
then
you.
everyone got naked at the end, and I didn't know where to look.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Will Young. Yeah.
Did he have a meaty ass?
It was.
Can we stop saying meeting arse on the podcast all the time?
No.
It was
I
biteable.
can't.
It was biteable. On that bombshell.
I
Sorry.
think we all fucking need to go to bed, don't we?
It was Steph's mime.
Have you ever not seen like a bum that's just so peachy, you just think, yeah.
Every day in the
Every
mirror.
day.
Oh, thank you everyone for joining us. Who are we going to raid? Shall we raid Jim Sterling? Well,
Fuck yeah.
Steph Sterling, but they're
I
still
need
in
to
the
go
round.
to. I need to go make my other house not smelly.
I have just bought a T-shirt from James Stephanie Sterling's store, which says something capitalism bad. And I was very close, but I don't know if I could as an ally. But they have a great T-shirt which is the rainbow flag, and it just says the gays can do whatever they want. And I'm like, can I?
I mean,
Yeah, you're giving
Yeah.
permission to others. You're not saying you can do it.
Yeah. I think that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that shirt as well. Then there you go.
sweet.
We'll raid James Stephanie Sterling, Commander Sterling,
Lovely.
who's getting closer and closer to doing a wrestling gig in this here Wolverhampton. Apparently they're in Leicester soon.
Oh
Which
yeah,
company?
cool.
Let's say bye everyone, and we'll see you.
Bye-bye,
next
Bye
Everyone, we
everyone.
love you, Pat. Thanks for
Mate.
What was that for? I can't go in for 7 seconds because he's their streams motors mature. What was that noise, Adam? Bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Right
everyone.
there you
Bye.
go.